Yes. Welcome back, everybody, to Money Machine. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 6 cryptocurrencies, altcoins that I think are set to do very, very well in 2023. Now, some on this list may be obvious to you, yet others may surprise you. So make sure you watch the whole video and really pay attention to the reasoning behind each coin. So, always check the timestamps down below, hit the like button. And before we get to coin number 6 very quickly, I do just have to say I am not a registered financial advisor. I'm just sharing my journey. What works for me, make your own decisions. Number 2, investing in cryptocurrency is incredibly risky, especially with this looming recession, the macro environment like it is. So I'm not saying that in 2023 these coins will go parabolic. But what I am saying is that if in the next 3, 6, 9 months, sometime next year, if we see a recession, if we see a historic crash, these are some of the coins I'll be picking up and holding for the long term. And, of course, number 3, while today's video we will be more focusing on the blue chips, the high caps, in a future video, I will be giving an updated video on top altcoins that are low caps. So hit subscribe and comment down below which coins you believe in for the long term. Okay, let's jump in. Starting with coin number 6 on today's list, it has the biggest network effect for a reason: Ethereum. Now, I am going to assume at this point we all know what Ethereum is. The real reason Ethereum will hit $20,000 per coin. But the reason ETH makes our list number 6 today is because ETH, compared to all the other major blockchains, still has the most developers, the most apps, and the most activity on the network. So even though other chains may have more bells and whistles, maybe a little faster, Ethereum still has the best fundamentals. And I'll show you the reason a coin would go up in value as if it's actually being used. And the more dApps built on these networks, the more you need to hold the coin to develop uses gas. So looking at the top blockchain dApps right now for all of these chains, we can see number 1 goes to Uniswap, Ethereum's main DEX. That's the most used app in the world right now on Ethereum. Number 2, PancakeSwap, in this case BNB wins. Number 3, Curve, that's on Ethereum. Number 4, Polygon Proof of Stake Bridge on Ethereum. Number 5, Uniswap version 2, Ethereum, 0x on Ethereum, Compound on Ethereum. Whatever this is on Ethereum, 1inch on Ethereum, etc., etc. You get the point. Out of the top 10, out of all these blockchains in existence, Ethereum's killing it. And what that means to you and me as investors, especially since the merge, supply and circulation has gone way down. I love this chart. This is ETH supply since the merge. This gray line represents the old proof of work ETH. This orange line represents Bitcoin's inflation every year coming in around 172%. And then this blue line represents ETH. Post-merge, so much less supply coming into the ecosystem, almost deflationary. And this is during a bear market. Usage for all blockchains is way down right now. But over the next few years, as DeFi and NFTs Web3 continue to grow bigger, Ethereum will continue to get stronger based on the building. So ETH comes in at number 6. Number 5 on today's list is Polygon. And let me share with you why. First off, what is Polygon? Polygon is a layer 2 scaling solution for youth, a way to enjoy the benefits of Ethereum without the infamous gas fees that hurt its users. But the reason that Maddox makes our list today is because even through the bear market, Polygon is still seeing outrageous growth in leadership and adoption. For example, major players in Web2 are coming into Web3 and joining Polygon. Former EA exec Michael Blank. I'm joining Polygon Studios and the promise of blockchain gaming. And he's not the only one. Earlier this year, YouTube's head of gaming leaves YouTube to join blockchain group Polygon. And of course, we're seeing major entities build on the network. Robinhood just debuted a new non-custodial crypto wallet on the Polygon network. It's in beta testing. And of course, as we reported the other day, both Facebook and Instagram users can now issue NFTs on the Ethereum Flow and Polygon network. That will be a ton of daily active users coming on to Polygon. And next up, coming in at coin number 4. And then a different one of coin number 3, a few coins off of the ISO 2022 compliant crypto list. So what does this mean? What is ISO 2022 and which cryptos are on the list? So here's the definition. And just understand, these are protocols that are used for bank communication. And this definition is sort of technical. But ISO 2022 protocol is a standard for electronic data interchange between financial services in the payments industry. It's based on DLT distributed ledger technology and uses ISO 2022 as a messaging mechanism. So this is a regulatory framework that the traditional financial system has deemed okay. Banks worldwide have already committed to this worldwide regulatory framework which backs both SWIFT and the Federal Reserve. And as we move towards this new quantum financial system, any third party that wants to interact with banks must be able to use the ISO 2022 format. So as regulation for cryptocurrency becomes more prevalent this year and years to come, this is what the traditional system has deemed okay with them. Banks and financial institutions worldwide are entering a new era as they gear up to switch their payment systems from using SWIFT messages to now ISO 2022, a much more structured and data-rich financial messaging standard. By 2025, ISO will be the global standard for high or low-value payment systems in all reserve currencies, and it will handle 80% of transactions and 87% of transaction value globally. So regulation is the trend, and usually the trend is your friend. So we would be remiss not to include some of these ISO-compliant cryptocurrencies, and they are, as of now, Stellar, Bar, IOTA, XDC, Ripple, Algorand, and Quant. Each of these cryptos was developed to make global transactions more accessible. And because of this, they could comply with the ISO 20022 standard more quickly. Now, obviously, this is just the start because however, as more cryptos do not want to be left out of the worldwide payment sector and move towards ISO compliancy, this list will only expand. Also, by the way, just because you're on this list doesn't make it a good coin. Just because they follow ISO 2022 compliancy doesn't necessarily mean they're a suitable investment. Okay, so what this means to you as investor, as SWIFT, the Bank of England, the Fed, as all these major entities start transferring value globally on these ISO-compliant networks. Let's keep tabs on this list for today. If I had to name coins that I like, I would choose off of this list. Number 1. I like Algorand and Algo. Is that blue chip L1 on this list in my opinion? As for a second option, I might just choose XRP. Even though I'm not a long-term fundamental believer, I think they are accomplishing more than some of these others. Also, if they win, the case against the SEC might be a good trade. Anyway, that's me. Comment down below which ISO-compliant coins you like. Making our list at number 2, CARDANO. And let me share with you why. This is founder Charles Hoskinson speaking at Main 2022, a conference on what everybody gets wrong about CARDANO. We know that the network has some of the best technology peer-reviewed papers. We know that CARDANO has a huge grassroots community. But as for what's coming next, now that the Vassal hard fork is complete, listen to Charles Hoskinson explain what to expect in 2023 and beyond. He'll talk about NFTs, he'll talk about Hydra. He'll talk about people getting CARDANO tattoos on their arms. Okay, give me your thoughts on CARDANO down below, but coming in at coin number 1 of coins to watch in 2023 is CHAINLINK. And we'll go over the stats in a second, but as this channel reported to you the other day, speaking of adoption, SWIFT has just partnered with a crypto data provider, CHAINLINK, on a cross-chain protocol TransferPlay. Now, why do they do this? Well, interest from institutional investors moving into crypto has been undeniable, says SWIFT's strategy director, and to do this, they chose CHAINLINK. So SWIFT is now working with CHAINLINK on a cross-chain interoperability protocol CSIP. In an initial proof of concept, CSIP will enable SWIFT messages to instruct on-chain token transfers, helping the interbank network to be able to communicate across all blockchain environments. The partnership between CHAINLINK and SWIFT in cross-chain interoperability will help bridge the gap between traditional and digital assets for traded institutions. And now, looking at the metrics which just got released for this last quarter in Q3, 2022, the CHAINLINK ecosystem expanded to now over 1,500 plus projects across 15 different blockchains. Key milestones, over 618 trillion. Transaction value enabled in 2022, 4.2 billion plus data points delivered on-chain, over 8 million randomness requests served, as well as 15,000 plus GitHub repos using CHAINLINK. And of course, what this means to you and me as investors is that even during a bear market, the fundamental growth is undeniable. So that's the list. Comment down below. Coins for a lower cap video dropping soon. And like always, see you tomorrow.